I was wondering if something I could have did better to make him not want to be traded. Is it?
Nah, I don't want to hear nothing else because he's lying.
I don't care.
Bro, I didn't think about none of that.
Yeah, I read something. Like, they said they tried to trade. Like, the reason Kyrie decided to ask for a trade, because they was looking into trading him to Phoenix for, like, Bledsoe and their draft pick. And Phoenix was like, nah, we want Josh Jackson. You stupid, Phoenix. I would have jumped on that so bad. Josh Jackson? Pretty much, you refused to trade Josh Jackson
for Kyrie Irving.
Y'all deserve to be in the rut y'all in for the next 18 years. I hope you don't win a play. I hope you go on the longest playoff drought.
Stupid.
I would have been like, yes, where do I sign the papers?
Either first or second best point guard in
the league. Second. Yeah.
Westbrook.
Steph.
So third.
Who? Westbrook ain't no.
He's a point guard. He won an MVP.
Third.
You put Westbrook third?
Yep.
I don't know. He got an MVP trophy.
Third. Kyrie's better. Kyrie got championship.
Kyrie nice.
That trumps your MVP trophy.
Good point. Third for Westbrook.
Yeah.
Nobody's over Steph.
No, not right now.
Chef Curry.
No.
Out here cooking dudes. But yeah, so the number 8 is the NBA trades.
You're dumb.
You had Melo and PG-13 come out of nowhere and go to OKC.
Okay.
Then you had Kyrie demand his trade and CP3 in Houston. Oh, they came out of nowhere. To me, it was big because the NBA never really dominated the summer. It's usually the NFL.
Yeah.
They dominated summer hairlines. To the point where the local radio station that I'm on, they hate the NBA, but they ain't had no damn choice but to talk about it at that time. Because those were some big storylines.
Yeah.
No. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted, Houston, that was dumb. You're not going to win nothing.
I didn't think that would mesh. And
no.
I mean, they went on a winning streak.
They meshed together, but, you're not going to win with Trevor Ariza and Clint Capella. You just not. You might win some games, but you ain't gonna be a threat to the Warriors. You're not a threat. CP3 or not Melo and Paul George. I think that was stupid again because Paul George is out of there. He doesn't said I want to play for He pretty much said I'm going to LA.
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Why would you give up your bench for Paul George? Melo, but Westbrook ain't never gonna win until he get a point guard, till he plays the 2 guard. That's my thing. He's gonna have to. You can't.
I don't think he can play off the ball. Quite honestly,
you gonna have to.
He does. I don't think it's possible for him.
Well, you just gonna keep getting in the first and second round and losing.
He has to have the ball coming down full fledged. And then
we don't even need
Westbrook
a great point guard. You can have a Derek Fisher, your boy. Raymond Felton can start. Just be a decent guard to get people the ball who needs the ball. When Melo's hot, he don't give a damn. He's going 1,000 miles an hour to the basket. Or when Paul George hot, you need somebody that can be all right, Melo hot, I'm going to give it to Melo. Paul George hot, Russ hot. You can't, I don't think Russ can comprehend that.
I don't think he can either.
And, give people the ball when they need it to be.
Just because we're coming up a little short for time, I'm going to cram number 7 and number 6 in at the exact same time because it's the same team. Number 7, I had the Golden State demolishment of the Cavs in the NBA Finals. A lot of people should have expected it, but didn't expect it. Thought it was going to be a little bit more competitive, and they really beat the brakes off of Cleveland. And number 6 was Golden State setting a trend of declining the invite to the White House. And if you guys, I do want to play this soundbite. What really set that off is what LeBron said after President sent out that tweet. And this is what he had to say.
Regret that you got into a name-calling situation with the president?
No. A name calling. What'd I say? Let me hear you say it.
Called him a bum.
It's not a name call. It's no, you bum. Me and my friends call each other that all the time. I'm not his friend though. I don't want to see that on the note. He's not my friend. He doesn't understand the power that he has for being the leader of this beautiful country. He doesn't understand how many kids, no matter the race, look up to the president of the United States for guidance, for leadership, for words of encouragement. He doesn't understand that. And he has no recollection of that. And he doesn't even care. Maybe he does, but he doesn't care. So, do I take away, do I just say, take away you bum off my, no, because if I did, I would have deleted my tweet.
No, you heard it from the king. But that pretty much started a trickle-down effect. Of course, not LeBron, but Trump invited the Pittsburgh Penguins. It's like, this is what a real team looks like because they come to the White House. Blase blah. I really don't even like talking about Trump. I don't have no choice because he was kind of influential in 2017
Definitely was
when it comes to sports.
More than what he needed to be.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Number 4, Jemele Hill suspension. And this is, because it had a lot of, Trump was also involved with that as well.
Yeah.
And it was all because, of course, she called Trump a white supremacist.
True.
Which sparked it. And then she later came out and said, really, I think it was 2 weeks after that tweet, that people should boycott Jerry Jones and his advertisers. And now we're talking about money, and one of the advertisers is being ESPN to the Dallas Cowboys in the NFL. They decided to sit Jemele Hill down for 2 weeks. To me, it was unprecedented because you don't see too many, especially like sports center anchors, getting suspended off what they say. And that kind of changed the realm of how now these sports media interacts on social media. Because ESPN changed the entire way of how you're supposed to tweet. And policies and stuff. And she had a lot of, like the usual goose like Al Sharpton come out and try to defend her. But that was a real serious situation. That was also after the stuff happened in Charlottesville.
Yeah.
And, President said they're good people.
On both
sides. And so she sent out that tweet saying he was a white supremacist and all hell kind of broke loose. So that, anything you got on Jemele?
Nah, I really forgot about it. That's why I was that high. So, I get what it deserves to be there.
I thought it was big only because of the situation.
And
it was kind of about race.
Yeah, her hands are tied. She can't really do nothing. Your boss tells you can't do something, then,
And I want to emphasize that
unless you plan on quitting,
Jemele. If you are an employee and there are policies in place, as an employee, at the end of the day, you have to follow the rules. Unless you're your own boss.
Like it, you
might not like it.
To. She can quit at any time.
I'm
come
sure
work
somebody
for
pick
us.
up. Jemele, you're also welcome on Enough with the BS podcast.
An internship.
Absolutely
Free
will be an internship. I need a researcher.
Most of the time. Yeah, like you said, most of the time, if they tell you to do something or you can't do something, then unfortunately, you can't do it. But it doesn't mean what she said wasn't true.
Now,
because it was.
That was number 5. I had to switch it. Number 4 was, and I'm sorry, Atlanta, but I have to do this to you.
Shock, surprise, and pain.
It feels like a nightmare.
A city yearning for triumph, now in its first stages of loss. Frustration and tears across the metro area.
Sorry.
A goal 51 years in the making lost, and fans are let down.
We have been battling for the Super Bowl for so long.
The Atlanta Falcons beat by the New England Patriots in Super Bowl 51 in overtime. Last-minute disappointment hurts more.
Melancholy, dejected. You know, this town has climbed to the pinnacle, and we were poised to be a team that won a Super Bowl.
What pinnacle is he referring to?
I have no idea. Those are
Atlanta
bandwagon
Falcons?
Atlanta fans.
That was a 28-3 comeback by the New England Patriots over the Atlanta Falcons in last year's Super Bowl, and the biggest comeback I've ever seen in sports.
Yeah.
I thought it was over to the point where I was at a Super Bowl party. I left. I'm like, this shit is over.
It's a wrap. Yeah.
Well, ain't no need for me to watch this. Let me get home and go to sleep. I catch the
Overtime.
highlights on Sports Center. I cut the radio on, and they was like, the Patriots is tied the game. I'm like, what the hell did I miss? I'm glad I recorded it so I can go back and look at it. But I literally pulled over, went to the bar, and caught the miraculous comeback. You can't count out Brady, man. He was on a mission. That was on the edge of Spygate. I mean, Deflategate.
Yeah.
So many scandals New England has been involved
Yeah,
in.
who
Lost
knows?
count.
One of them.
And on the side of New England, another, didn't make the list, but an interesting story in sports. Aaron Hernandez committed suicide at his prison facility that year after he was. Did they let him off? Yeah, he's charged guilty.
One
Charged
of them
guilty.
he got off.
Yeah, one of them he
but
got
it's
off,
Like,
and the
you
second one he
got a
got-
life sentence on the first one. Don't really matter about the second one, you know.
But he decided to kill himself and everything, thus kind of raising all kind of questions. They said he had CTE and maybe that dealt with it. To me, he just couldn't get over the guilt. But back to the Super Bowl
sounds
itself,
about
man.
right.
What did you remember the most about that comeback?
Like you said, thinking it was over, and then the comeback. Like when you think of a great Super Bowl, you think of like a back and forth, because
Yeah.
I mean, pretty much the first half was trash.
It was garbage. Brady
Yeah.
overthrowing people.
Yeah, that first half was like one of the worst games I've ever seen of all time.
Just Atlanta, how do you blow that? Like how? 28-3
I don't know. I don't know how they blew that lead, but
going into the fourth. Like there's no way in hell you should have lost that game.
you should have won that, especially with the weapons they already have. Like, ain't no way they should have been able to shut down Julio and Matt Ryan and all of the weapons that you have.
Unbelievable. But that was number 4. Some may say that was number 1. I just find that a very laughable moment.
Very.
Number 3.
To keep in mind, I was told that Jerry Jones is furious, although the language that was used to me was a little bit more profane than that. And you could imagine that being the case when Jerry Jones has publicly come out and said that he has read the report, he has reviewed the incidents, and as far as he was concerned, Ezekiel Elliott did not commit any domestic violence. The league has sent a loud and resounding message that it doesn't believe that, and it doesn't believe that at all, that it believes that there's enough evidence, despite the statements that could go either way, to suspend Ezekiel Elliott for 6 games. Now, keep in mind, Ezekiel Elliott has 3 days to file an appeal, and then the league has 10 days to rule upon that.
I don't feel like listening to nothing else. The Zeke Elliott situation was the biggest piece of bullshit in Dallas Cowboy history.
So you saying Roger cost you your season?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Zeke went down, other than having that freaking carrot as a head coach, not knowing what to do after Zeke left, and just looking dumbfounded and changed the completely offensive game plan. And then our freaking quarterback he forgot how to throw the ball all of a sudden. Zeke, after the investigation,
Okay.
they said that the girl was not credible, that her stories were flawed.
Okay.
But Roger Goodell Castro felt the need to rain down on the Dallas Cowboys anyway.
You brought shame on the Shield.
Yes, we brought shame on the Shield.
Yeah.
Even though Ray Rice beat the soul out of his wife on candid camera,
Yeah.
and he gets a couple of games. Josh